I figure that a symbol for Superman, it's not really an S, it's symbol of hope. And yeah, what it really represents is like a figure eight, really. Sort of like that. Sort of means, eternity. The heart will live on, into eternity. It means immortality. It means it means not lying down, standing tall. That figure eight's lying down means death. That one is standing tall like that. It's quite a beautiful symbol, really. House of Al, or whatever that means, Kal-El, it's just a name someone's made up. Could stand for eternal. House of Al, eternal. The heart lives on, the heart survives. It's sort of the beginning and ending of a journey though as well. But here it sort of lives on. In the middle is strong and a lot happening, and towards the end and the beginning there's not much. It's a beautiful, beautiful symbol, really. He-Man's got one as well. Little He-Man. Yeah, that's my one. My symbol of hope I had. Similar. This is a symbol of hope for the footy.
I am Mystery Magpie number 1.
I am Mystery Magpie number 1. I'd love to one day just sit here and then just lift off and fly off the balcony and just fly over Melbourne. Don't worry, I'm not going to try. But if my feet just take off the ground and I just take off one day, let's go with it. One day. Not going to push the envelope though. We'll probably begin an angel, then a god, and then maybe one day a Superman. On that kind of journey, Still trying to get my computer to work today, and software problems again. Oh well. Yeah, having trouble with it. Nice if it all just worked. I suppose we had problems with other things like strings breaking or cameras seem pretty good. So I'll get my assignment done. Then I can pass this term and then on to the next thing, whatever it is. Just got to make it a fun journey, don't you? I try and make it as fun as I can. I'm not on my own, I have friends and family, just not married, There's my little dog, Trigger. He's a bit younger. Beautiful boy. A similar pose as Duffy. I had Duffy, my little Jack Russell, took a photo like that. He was smiling, He was such a happy little dog. But yeah, he got a bit vicious when he got teased by the older boys and that. But, I miss little Duffy. He was a beautiful little dog. Yeah, Trigger's a beautiful boy. I created a dream for him to one day be Crypto, the super dog, but yeah, whether he takes it or not, it's up to him. The dream's there if he wants it, so I believe he's been with me since Egypt, since Ra, those dog people, stood on hind legs and they walked amongst us, and I don't know, something happened there and they all ran away and then went back and got bred out of all their human form, they went back to being little canines instead of humans. I think aliens invaded and killed Ra and all the dogs got scared and ran away. One of my wives passed away last night from Ra, from those times. I think they all got put in UFOs, and I think the last one passed away yesterday. I felt her spirit go to heaven finally, to 12,000 years of suffering in the UFO, captive. I think she finally died. Anyway, I'm in. RIP. Good journey. Hope that it's better than the one she went through. Poor thing. It was kind of my fault, kind of hers. A bit of apples. Choking on apple. No, yeah, I think just what happened was she, some of my wives didn't like what was going on with the building we were doing and the sort of slave work we were doing, which was for their benefit. And I was always trying to push the envelope. They must have sent for the aliens to come and sort of kill me off, but in the end they took them and I died, and they kept, sort of tricked the women. And I don't know if that race still exists or whether it's all died out. Without a God in their world, they would probably all be dead, I'd say, but it would have been taken by technology. We haven't really heard from them, have we? I suppose it could be here somewhere amongst us. Certainly not me. I came from Andromeda years ago. I was an Andromeda strain. Before, there was human beings on Earth. That's where we came from, Andromeda. So. We're probably even on Mars for a long time before Earth, We would have seen Mars get destroyed, slowly. Thanks to warfare, I'm happy that beautiful woman passed away last night. It's been worrying me for so long. I just feel relieved, You want to look much like a woman by the end of it. More like a grey creature. Nice music. I kind of like is it John Williams that does the original Superman? There's some good music, more positive, uplifting. That's very peaceful, sort of, this soundtrack, I guess. Yeah, no, it was a bit of a catastrophe, I think I might have been put in a UFO for a while. After, in the next life I came back, they tracked me down and put me in one before they all left. I think I might have just, I had a bit of a advantage. I had, a bit more willpower. I might have been able to break the thing and get out, but I would have gotten away. Anyway, just all history, isn't it? Just move on. And Superman really is an answer to the world's problems, really. Transport. Ultimately, that's what Superman is. He doesn't need cars. He doesn't need planes. He doesn't need boats. That's what's really choking the earth, isn't it? You just fly everywhere. That's when Superman flies, is when he needs to go places. It's not so much to save the world, he just wants to get around, Doesn't need anything, he's free, he's free. I suppose that S is a symbol of freedom as well, freedom from constraint, freedom from death, freedom from conformity, being a slave to all these machines. And it's not just here to be different. Anyone can be a Superman if you marry the superpower. It's just a life. It's almost the right of people to have the right to marry a superpower and be part of that same power, and you're not a slave to it. You're just bonding. It's like just being in love, really, just sharing. I suppose that's the S too. It's sharing. Sharing your heart. It's not about who has what. It's about sharing the world and all being together as one. or whether it happens or not. You know, it will happen if it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's just a symbol of hope, isn't it? That it could happen, you know. And it's possible, you know. I believe it's possible. So I believe we're on a journey somewhere better, bigger and brighter. We don't have to be slaves to the technology. We just wear technology like a bracelet or a necklace or a hat. It doesn't have to own us or become who we are. It can just be something we wear and put away in the cupboard. It shouldn't be any more. It shouldn't be any more than a spade or a chair, or shouldn't have to entwine into actual being and, you know, enslave us or whatever. But, yeah, it just seems beautiful being free like that, just being a free spirited soul. Just, you know, he's manifested it there in the flesh, but sort of Kryptonian flesh, I guess, is more stronger than human flesh. So I believe, you know, my descendants are human. And then there's the race of Asians, which are Asian. There's a race of Zulu, who are the black men, and they're different as well, you know. There's three different sort of castes on earth. That's what I think. And the rest of us are sort of a mixture of the three. And humans, Asians, and Zulu. We all think a little bit differently. We're all about three castes apart, or we're all separated by three castes, or three. It's sort of a difference we have between each other. Misunderstanding that really causes conflict. If you understand life, then there's no conflict, you know. If you understand how a flower grows, you understand life. It's every flower is unique. Every flower is connected to its caste, its species. You know, all different species. There's 3 species on Earth, you know? And sort of the others are a mixture. I think mixing the 3 species is what causes cancer. That's what I believe. I think that's what causes it. But you know, if people are happy to do that and fall in love, maybe that can cure it as well. You know, if love's there, if love's involved, then maybe those 3 castes, that division that we have is sort of is united. Doesn't have to be division, I suppose. It's nice to have differences in the world. I like the idea of having different races to admire, or different cultures. And definitely some sort of something happened a long time ago though that caused all this problems in the world. I think it shouldn't have never really been there, really, but catalysts come along to commit change, and maybe we had to develop weaponry. Maybe we didn't really have weaponry back then. We just relied on God's power or whatever we had. You know. But yeah, I don't know. It's just a bit too much of it goes on. I mean, it doesn't have to always be about war and fighting. It can just be peace and enjoyment and celebration. I think, anyway, you know, celebrate life. It'd be nice to see the proof though, wouldn't it? See Superman in the flesh, then we'd all go, yeah, but then maybe it'd be too late. Wouldn't be married, you know. You'd be too overwhelmed to actually to fall in love with Superman by then. You'd just be awestruck. Yeah, anyway. It's a slow process, falling in love and being in love and coming to understand and respect each other, I guess. It's not always easy. There's lots of toing and froing. Men tend to think one way, women tend to think the opposite. I think if you understand that we're kind of opposites and we kind of can complement each other, it doesn't always have to be arguments. Yeah, there's no need to fight for power. It can just be shared. And I think a new world with all Supermen and women would be beautiful. They'd do away with cars, just have a few just for fun. Wouldn't have to get around, we could just have race days or, special events or... you could always fly a jet just for fun, just to see what it's like, I'm sure flying around up there as a Superman, the G-forces wouldn't bother you in a jet. You'd probably fly, 10 times faster as a Superman than a fighter jet, Who wants fighter jets anyway if they're just going to blow things up and cause damage on the earth? Everything we're doing is causing scarring to the world that we're doing. That's why I always tread without any footprint, I like to just be gentle on the world, as gentle as I can be. We're sitting on our life support system, I think we forget that somehow we're separate, but we're just part of this life support system. I just try to nurture that world with my being, my soul, my spirit, my physical energy, my everything. Try and do the best I can. I'm not on my own. I'm with my friends, with my family, associates and people I love. And I just hope people can understand that Superman can have families too, Gods can have families, angels can have families, can get married, and we're just more evolved human being, really, when we get there. It's like unwrapping a gift, isn't it? Just seeing the fruits of our labour, all the results of our work. And I think that's just, a wonderful thing, really. Nothing to be feared or jealous of or unhappy about. Just embrace it. Just look forward to why we make these movies, why we dream about better things. It doesn't always have to be this form. It can be a beautiful fluffy cat girl or something that wants to just be more than human, but human as well, like maybe you want to walk around as a Smirnoff bottle or something, exuding alcohol out your nose or something. Maybe you have that dream. It's more human, more superhuman than humans. Who knows? I don't know what other people dream about. I tend to follow this sort of, I suppose those sort of Christian values that come around from just believing in goodness. I also believe you can do bad things in a good way. You don't have to all be goody two-shoes nice about everything. You can have fun, and wickedness can be fun too. It doesn't have to be evil. It can just be a magical quality, like werewolves and witches and wizards, and I think all that is a superpower in itself. I think it's there to educate the world about evil, that evil is an element. It doesn't have to remain a detriment. It can evolve as well into magic, I think. And of course, magic just radiates off Superman's cape. It's just, he's a magician in a way anyway, isn't he, really? He can fly, he can do all these things, he has power in his eyes, and his heart's connected to a broader world. It's like a biological machine in there creating magic. And, anyway, I hope you understand where I'm coming from with all this, that it's all from a good place, you know. Anyway, I suppose I better have a shave and a shower so I look more like Superman. Yeah, it's a nice day. I love to get my homework done and just get out and amongst it a bit. Anyway, bye.